Hello everybody, welcome back to the table. Today we're taking a look at a knife I just picked up, and I wasn't actually going to make a video on this one, but I figured I'd share it with everyone. So this right here is the Kershaw 1615, and this is a Frank Centofante and Ken Onion collaboration. So this is not a new knife by any means, but I love sharing all knives, new and old. So this one we can see was actually manufactured, look at the date there, in May 2005. So that makes this knife coming on about 17 years old. And this is actually in pretty good condition. So it's a small gentleman's folder. And in the vein of US made Kershaws at the time, we do have that Ken Onion speed safe on it. So we have this nice Warncliffe blade, which is very, very Centofante in design. So this was a really cool little collab. And what it came with, now this is of course a used knife. It came with this really cool little leather pouch, because you'll notice of course there's no pocket clip here. So we had this little pouch right here that fits the knife, so you can carry this just like any other folder. And when you pull this knife out of the pouch stays in your pocket, and you have this nice, very friendly EDC sized gentleman's knife. So the blade right here, I think this is just a basic 440 steel blade, polished knife, and it's used of course, but the edge is actually pretty darn nice. So looking at this knife, we can see the model number 1615, made in the USA. It has the speed safe as well as a safety mechanism right there, and has these little inlays right here. And now, of course, this is advertised to be mother of pearl inlays, but I noticed, you know, this out of box, it's actually in really good shape for a knife of its age, but there is some gunk and grime in there. So I noticed this screw, you'll notice right here, is a little bit proud, so it's kind of coming out on its own. And so I figured, hey, let's just disassemble this on camera, let's clean it out and see how well the action is afterward. Really good condition otherwise. I could just tighten that screw down and call it a day, but hey, I enjoy doing this. This is fun. So let's take apart the Kershaw 1615, and I think all of the screws are going to be T6 Torx. So let's try that out. So let's just take off these scales, and these screws thread right into the rear side. So there are no standoffs or anything. We have this back spacer that they thread through. So let's see if they come out. There we go. Nice long T6 Torx bit screws. And the pivot itself is also going to be a T6. So let's check that out. And I know this is a speed safe knife, so I know there's going to be a torsion bar in here. So let's remove this top scale. That you can see the torsion bar is actually right in here. So we can see that and that. So that's actually kind of nice, but take a look at the inside. We have a very small bronze washer in there and some gunk and some grime on the knife. So we'll wipe that all down. So let's pull this out. Okay, very nice. There we go. And this right here is a safety mechanism, which allows you to use the knife safely. And so you could lock it so it doesn't open accidentally in your pocket. This one was kind of torqued down so that it was kept in the unsafe position, which is pretty common actually, because sometimes this safety can work without your knowledge in your pocket. So I'm probably going to keep it in the open unlocked position, but for now we are just going to leave it like this. I don't see a need to take that apart. Mother of pearl inlay, very small. Take a look at that. And that just fits right here in the handles. So we should see that right here as well. So if I pry these apart, here we go. Perfect. There's the inlay on this side. Fits right in there. And we have a ball. Is that the D10 ball? Let's see. What did that ball go to? Oh, am I in trouble here? All right, so let's take this knife apart. No, the D10 ball on the liner lock is still there. So what the heck did this ball go to on this knife? It looks like it was inside the inlay, but that can't be Right? Can it? So let's just wipe some things down. I'm really just looking to clean out any gunk and grime on this knife. Okay, so let's do that. So we'll start with the blade. And again, it's all nicely polished. Very quick clean down. Here on the liner lock, there's a little bit of gunk you can see on the liner itself. Real quick wipe down will get rid of that. But for a 17-year-old knife, not in terrible condition, really at all. Everything is still shiny. There's no rust. So this was definitely not hard used in any way. So looking good. I'm just going to set the torsion bar right there. I'm not going to remove any of that grease because the grease is kind of essential for the action of a torsion bar. If you take it all out and don't replace it, the little spring will start to rattle in the knife. So you don't want to remove the grease in these cavities when you take apart your Kershaw Speed Safe knives. So yeah, this is a really easy, so far, easy takedown. The only thing I'm confused about is that extra ball bearing in there. And I'm wondering where that thing fell out from. So we will find out shortly if that's going to have any kind of a negative impact on our reassembly. So again, I'm not taking off the grease. I'm just wiping down the top side here. So let's put the torsion bar back in the handle. And that goes right through there. Wait, no, that goes in here. There we go. Perfect. So inlay right there. Awesome. I wonder if that ball bearing went in the safety here somewhere. No, I don't think so. Well, let's put it back together, see what happens. It's either going to work or it's not going to work not very well. So we're going to find out for sure right now. We got the washers all set up. Hopefully they still have some of that lube left on there. And we are going to hook that in. Perfect. Let's get the spacer in here. All right, looks good there. Let's set that in place. Perfect. And see if we can get any of these screwed in. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Pivot screw. It's present. I have a feeling that torsion bar may not be torqued, but we're going to find out right now. Oh yeah, something's wrong. Oh wait, no, it works. All right, very nice. So what the heck did this go to? Why was this randomly hanging out in there? This little tiny ball. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So right now the safety is loose. So you can lock it or unlock it. So in the locked position, the knife, well, it's still opened. Interesting. Maybe the ball has something to do with the safeties action. Let me torque it down a little bit. Okay, it opens. Still opens. I'm guessing it has to do with the safety then. Okay, action is good. Let's tighten the pivot. Nope, too tight. All right, there we go. Action is good. No blade play. Everything is clean on the inside now. That was kind of fun. So I'm betting this little ball bearing goes in that inside the safety area, and that is what prevents the action from working if you decide to use the safety. And now I, for one, just like on my Kershaw leak, I have the safety kind of torqued down because I think it's more of a detriment than a help. So I think I want to keep it like that. So for a quick size comparison, though, we can see the Kershaw 1615 versus the Kershaw leak right here. And so you can definitely get an idea of how small this knife is, because the blade here is about 2¼ inches. Actually, let me pull out here's my ruler. You can see the blade length right there, about 2¼ inches long of cutting edge, and overall length about 5½ inches. So it is a small gentleman's carry knife, but right next to the Kershaw leak. There we are. Perfect, perfect. So in all, I was hoping this would be a quick video, but this is turning out longer than I kind of wanted it to be. So really, really nice knives right here. And definitely the late Frank Centofante, great knife designer. So it's always worth picking something up of his designs when you can. He collaborated with Kershaw. He collaborated with Spyderco. So there's a lot of his stuff out there, whether you have seen it or not. And this right here is just a really, really nice little knife. Great way to carry it with this little pouch. I'm kind of wondering why these pouches went away. You can see a lot of wear and tear on there. You can see there's a pocket clip. And I noticed just carrying it around for a few hours today that the pouch does fit perfectly fine in your pants. The clip is plenty tight to hold it there, and it definitely keeps the pouch in your pocket while you use it. So that is that. So if you have any questions about this knife, feel free to leave a comment below. Hope you enjoyed this. This was kind of fun because I've never taken one of these apart. And anytime you take apart one of the Speed Safe knives, it's always fun trying to get the sucker back together. So I'm going to try and find that ball bearing wherever it went on my desk and set it aside. Maybe I'll take the knife apart again and put it back in the safety and see if that makes a difference. Okay, seriously, where did that thing go?
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o!
Hope you all have a nice day. See you guys later. Bye.